Sweden has always sought great military independence. Being best known for manufacturing Gripen fighters, the Swedish defense industry is not limited to this, and another very interesting, but less well-known project is the RBS-23 BAMSE system. The RBS-23 BAMSE is a short-range anti-aircraft system, with a philosophy somewhat similar to Russian projects such as Panzer and Tor M2, starting with the missile guidance system, carried out by radio command. This missile is basically the same missile as the RBS-70 system, with the difference of having received an accelerator to increase range, in addition, of course, to the new guidance system. RBS-23 can be basically divided into two components. The first is the search radar that also functions as a command post and is called SCC, an acronym that stands for Surveillance and Control Center. The SCC is basically a Giraffe AMB radar. This radar is installed in a standard container and rises, when in operation, 12 meters high to improve detection capabilities against low-flying targets such as cruise missiles and helicopters. Its maximum range is up to 120 kilometers, and its target update rate is just 1 second. The SCC will monitor the airspace and, when it detects a target, it will pass it on to the second component, which is the MCC, an acronym that stands for Missile Control Center. The MCC is effectively the firing unit of the system. It is a small manned trailer, with 3 missiles on each side, and a mast that rises 8 meters high, also to improve coverage against low-flying targets. This mast houses a fire control radar, that is, which effectively guides the missiles, an IFF friend-enemy identification system and an infrared tracking system. This fire control radar has a maximum range of 30 kilometers. Inside are the system operation consoles. Each MCC can engage 2 targets at a time, one via radar and the other via the optical tracking system. The optical tracking system also improves the system's effectiveness in situations of strong electronic inference, in addition to allowing passive engagements. Each battery has, in addition to the main radar, up to 6 firing units. This means that one battery would be capable of intercepting up to 12 targets simultaneously. The maximum range of the missiles is 20 kilometers, and the maximum intercept altitude is 15 kilometers. It can destroy targets such as fighters, helicopters, drones, cruise missiles and several other types of guided munitions. Although it is a short-range system, the RBS-23 can cover a relatively large area as it is a system capable of autonomous operation, that is, the firing units can operate completely independently, whether carrying out limited searches with their own fire control radar, or receiving information about the airspace situation from any available radar, and not just from the Giraffe radar that commands the battery. This allows firing units to be positioned more flexibly than traditional systems, with each MCC being able to be located up to 15 kilometers apart. Do other. The fact that each launch unit has its own radar and can operate autonomously also increases the overall survivability of the system. To destroy an RBS-23 BAMSE battery, it is not enough to destroy the battery's main radar, it is necessary to destroy each of the launch vehicles that will be spread over a wide area. MCCs are towed, and this also guarantees some advantages. If the vehicle towing the shooting unit suffers any breakdown or mechanical failure that prevents it from moving, simply change the towing vehicle, which can be any common truck, and this shooting unit will return to action. This also facilitates strategic transport, with a single plane like the C-130 Hercules being able to transport 2 or 3 fire units at once. The RBS-23 also does not need dedicated vehicles for missile reloading, like virtually all other near-performance systems. The spare missiles can be transported by any vehicle with sufficient space, including on the truck towing the firing units, and the complete reloading of the 6 missiles is done manually by the system's crew in less than 4 minutes, making the RBS-23 a system logistically very simple to operate. In 2019, the Swedish Army deployed an RBS-23 BAMSE battery to protect Gotland Island, amid tensions with Russia. Within the Swedish air defense structure, the RBS-23 can operate independently in the protection of high-value installations, or it can form an internal defense layer for longer-range systems such as the Patriot. Short-range systems like the RBS-23 BAMSE do not attract as much attention as long-range systems, but they are very important in current scenarios, mainly due to the increasing proliferation of low-cost, long-range ground attack weapons, such as kamikaze drones and also cruise missiles. It is not economically viable to intercept these threats, especially drones, with long-range anti-aircraft missiles that can cost millions of dollars per unit. This is the reality that Ukraine has been facing lately. Although you have received sophisticated Western air defense systems, they are largely used to intercept low-cost Iranian drones. As drones are simpler, easier and faster to produce than highly technological anti-aircraft missiles, the practical result is a shortage of missiles. Recently released reports indicate, for example, that Patriot systems are already running out of ammunition to fulfill their missions in defending airspace. This shows how the philosophy behind RBS-23 BAMSE has been very well thought out. This system follows the Swedish tradition of creating efficient weapons that are also logistically simple, cheap and easy to operate. It was designed to be available whenever needed, and continue operating with little support and maintenance, in addition to redundancy in survivability. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and see you next time.